It's the number one hustler. I turn a hater to a customer. It's the number one hustler. I turn a hater to a customer. Trying to get this right. I'm trying to live this life. I put in work and still be earning stripes. So it's the number one hustler. I turn a hater to a customer. Trying to get this right. I'm trying to live this life. I put in work and still be earning stripes. So
guess who's back? It's Kamish, back here with another team preview. This time it's Luke and Too Good for a Name out of the South. Interesting, I had my rival, my brother, yesterday. Now I get you, Luke, one of my biggest rivals for sure. Let's just get into your draft grade of an A-. So, first round, Darren Sproles. I mean, to me, I think this is a questionable pick. I mean, Stuart, Rudolph, and Meredith were picked after. Sproles, he might still get the PPR points. It remains to be seen, but he's just getting so old. You got to think he's going to give up eventually. This is where it went right for you. Second round, Kareem Hunt with Spencer Ware's recent injury, starting running back here. So, great move by you. Procise and Ertz were a couple of guys picked after. And then in the third round, Mike Wallace. I've said many times that was a great pick by you. Couple of receivers I picked after, Woods and Beasley, so it'll be interesting to see if those guys can match up to Wallace. Fourth round, Zach Miller you went with. A couple tight ends picked after was O.J. Howard and Gates. And then in the fifth round, you decided to go defense. You went Chiefs, where the Patriots were picked after. So, I think pretty good picks early on. Obviously, the Kareem Hunt one and the Mike Wallace ones are, I think, the standout for sure. Sixth round, Taylor Gabriel. We'll see how he does in Atlanta. I don't know. I just have a feeling that team's going to have a Super Bowl hangover this year. Seventh round, you went linebacker with Telvin Smith and then Jonathan Cyprin, now on Tennessee. And then you went eighth round with Clive Walford. Because at this point, you're kind of desperate for tight ends. You still hadn't had your second tight end. Ninth round, no pick. And then 10th round, you went with Mason Foster. So I gave you an A- just because I think you got it really, you nailed it on a few for sure. But getting into your roster now, let's see how good you are. QB, well, you got Tom Terrific. So right there, I give you probably the number one quarterback this year already. Then at running back, you got Le'Veon Bell. It will be interesting to see how he comes in, though, after not being out there all preseason. Kareem Hunt, which is a good one. Sproles, Tolbert, and then Matthew Days, Hill, Jones, and Talaferro. So I actually like Days. He's looked good for the Browns, to be honest. He's going to be third string, but he's looked good. Wide receiver, you got Hilton, Decker, Martavis Bryant, Wallace, Gabriel, and Fuller. If Fuller gets healthy, those six wide receivers are definitely one of the deadliest in the league, no doubt about it. Tight end, Zach Miller, Clive Walford, and Boyle. Your tight ends suck, in my opinion, but you might be able to survive. Kicker, you got Janikowski. Defense, you got Chiefs and Lions. Defensive line, you got Kyle Williams, Buckner, and Williams. And then at linebacker, you got Foster, Alexander, Telvin Smith, Irvin, and Ahmad Brooks. Do you still have him? Because he's been cut. And then at DB, Tavon Wilson, McLeod, Cyprin, Grimes, and Allen. So, let's see how good it's going to work out for you in terms of the win-loss record. So, looking at the win-loss, you get week 1, you got Long Yard, division rival. That'll be a win. Week 2 against new owner, my ball, Zach Ertz. So, 2 owners in a row. 2 new owners, I should say. Another win there. Week 3 against Lucas and Green Lightning. Well, we've seen all of his issues. That's a win. Week 4 against Monsters, State Controlled. Should be an easy win. Week 5 against Joshua and Shasha. He's already thinking of next year. That's a win. Week 6 against new owner Brandon and Wolves in a divisional rival, another win. And then against another divisional rival, Billsy Bob Tim Horton, another win for Luke. And then week 8 against Krista and Storm, another win. So basically, Luke, I got you starting out the season with 8 straight wins. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. The matchups work out well for you. And then week 9, I think that's when you get your first loss against Susan Fighting Geese. And then week 10, another loss to Ryan and Deuce Bombers. So 2 superpowers there in the West taking you out. And then you play me week 11. Have a win for you in that one. So 4-0 against the division for you this year. And then against Saving Ryan, another new owner, a win here. So I think you play all 4 new owners this year. But what did it equate to for you, Luke? 10-2 record. I got you winning the South. It's not easy for me to say this, but at the same time, I kind of respect you as an owner, but at the same time, I really hate you as one too. So anyways, we'll see you on the field.